Hello viewers, welcome to Vidhyalakshmi YouTube channel. Once again, I am welcoming you all for this beautiful session. This session, as a continuation part, we are going to discuss about 12th standard subject economics, chapter number 2, part 2. Chapter number 2, national income. In previous chapter, we came to know about what is defined national income and per capita income. In continuation to that, we are going to see about the different indicators. So that is a video session what we are going to discuss today. As usual, let me start this chapter with a beautiful quotation given by Samuelson because of the growth. They mentioned the important word, what they mention here about the growth. So the statement was said by Samuelson. The concept of national income is an indispensable preparation for tackling. What we are going to tackle here? The great issues. What are the great issues? It is not only India problem, it's a global problem. Unemployment, inflation and growth. So in first chapter we studied very clearly about the inflation. So in next chapter we are going to discuss very clearly about the unemployment issue, the causes, those things. The basic important concept what we are going to see about is growth. Okay. As usual, the learning objective you know very clearly. One is meaning of the national income, some basic concepts. This is a topic what we are going to see today. Clear? Okay. The basic concepts of national income. There are 9 important concepts. These are all called indicators. It is said to be indicators. GDP, GNP, NNP at factor cost, personal income, disposable income, per capita income, real income and GDP deflator. So for easy understanding, I made into 3 plus 3 plus 3. So the indicators are number 1, GDP, GNP. This we came to know a little information in the previous classes, especially in the lower classes, very particularly in 10th standard. And also NNP plus per capita income. It is in short form, it is mentioned by PCI, per capita income. Okay, first, what is GDP? GDP is nothing but the total market value of final goods and services. For production means it will take some minimum time. So that is a point here. Produced within the country. Where it is globally, where it is as a geographical boundary, where it is produced within the country during a year. Duration, let me say just 1 year. Then it include one important formula. So these are all the subtopic. This very simple content carrying 2 marks. So for easy understanding, I mentioned here by using the bullet points. In point number 1, you have to mention the minimum level content. The total market value of final goods and services produced in the country during a year. What is the formula here? GDP equal to C plus I plus G plus X minus M. Okay, sir, this formula I familiar, sir. Then what represents, what indicate the C is? C is indicating consumption. Consumption expenditure. I, investment. I is about investment. Then G, government expenditure. X minus M, export, net export and import. It includes exports and imports. This is the shortest abbreviation for the short form here. The formula is nothing but GDP equal to C plus I plus G plus X minus M. Then what about GNP? GNP otherwise called the largest figure. It is otherwise called largest figure. Why it is said to be largest figure means it include all the expenses. Okay. What is GNP? Gross national product. The total measure. Here we have mentioned total market. Here we have to mention measure of flow of final goods and services. Finally, where it is, how much it is reached, where it gone. So these are all the things we are going to mention here. The flow of final goods and services of market value. Clear? That is a gross national product from the current production. It include a formula. Here, additionally we are going to add R minus P, the payment received and paid. So that is the thing we are going to add here. The major difference between GDP and GNP is nothing but here R minus P will not be represented. Here we have to include. It include all the expenses. Okay. Next one is the third one. It carrying one book back to mark, important to mark, NNP at market price. NNP, net national product. GDP is nothing but gross domestic product, gross national product, net national product. The value of net output. The value of net output. Here total measure, the difference is net output. What is the major difference? For example, if you are purchasing one TV, the TV cotton box, what it represent? It represents the cotton box weight, TV weight, remote weight, including battery, everything will be presented in the gross. That is said to be gross. What is a net weight of TV means? What is the exact weight of TV? That is the thing we are going to represent here. The exact presentation about NNP. NNP at market price. The value of the net output of the economy during the year. Everything is during a year only. Okay. What is the formula here? Very simple formula. NNP equal to GNP minus depreciation. In other ways we can write like this. If you are making some minimum changes in the GNP, that is a formula for NNP. What is the formula for NNP? Very simple formula. NNP equal to GNP minus depreciation. What is depreciation? Wear and tear process. It is also called capital consumption allowance. These are all the things will be asked in 1 mark. So kindly take a note all of you. Depreciation also called capital consumption allowance. Clear? So we have gone through totally 3 important basic concepts of national income. Next, what is the fourth concept? Number 4th concept is nothing but very simple. NNP at factor cost. NNP at factor cost. NNP, the market value of output, income and payment made to the factors of production. Here, market price. Here, factor cost. That is the difference. Cost, we are facing some expenses. I think you are very clear and familiar. Here we mention market price. But the 4th concept is about factor cost. What is the exact factor? So that is the thing we have to include here. NNP at factor cost equal to market price minus indirect tax plus subsidies. Clear? So what we have mentioned in the previous part? GNP minus depreciation. It is about market price. Then what we have to include in the factor cost? It include market price minus indirect tax plus subsidies. I think you are very clear. Okay, that is a 4th concept. Okay, then what about 5th one? Personal income. My income, for example, I am the person, my income, that is called personal income. The total income received by the individual of any of the country from all sources before payment of direct tax. Clear? Income received by the individual, each and every people. Some people will get 5,000, some people will get 50,000. But what we have to include here? Before payment of direct taxes. Okay. In person, in simple. What is the formula here, sir? Personal income equal to national income. National income minus, we have to include under a bracket. Okay. Social security contribution and undistributed corporate profits. Clear? So that is the thing we have to include here. Social security contribution. What do you mean by social security? The government collecting the tax and they are distributing the money for social security functions. Example, education. First one is health. Next one is education. Next, defense. So these are all the social security things. Okay. For that contribution, we are not going to directly contribute. The government will take care of. But as per the formula, what it represents, what we have to include here? Personal income equal to national income minus within bracket social security contribution and undistributed corporate profit plus transfer payment. Clear? Then 2.4.6, sixth concept, disposable income. I received salary, what I made, I am disposing the amount. It is also known as disposable personal income because it will be differ from person to person. So they are mentioning here disposable personal income. The income after the payment of income tax. After the payment of income tax. So that is the difference between personal income and the disposable income. So what is the formula here? Disposable income equal to personal income minus direct tax. Very simple. Clear? The next one is 2.4.7 about per capita income. Okay, individual. The average income of a person. What is per capita? The average or an average income of a person of a country in a particular year is called per capita income. So what is the formula here? PCI equal to national income by population. I include a picture also here for easy understanding. Per capita income equal to total income of an area divided by total population. The same way we have to represent national income by population, that's all. Then real income. The difference between per capita income and real income is expressed. It is expressed. It expressed in the terms of general price level. Their average income here, general price level of a particular year. The buying power of nominal income, that is said to be real income. How much is spent? So it includes little lengthy one small formula, easy formula. NI means national income. National income at constant price equal to national income of current price P1 divided by P1 and P0. What is P1 here? Price index of current year by base year. Clear? So current year, what is a base year? How much year? 10 year minimum. Basically they used to take minimum 10 years like that. So how much they gave base year, whether it may be a second year or third year or fifth year or whatever it may be, they will include there. So that will be mentioned under the base year. Next one is GDP deflator. The problems we have faced are the blockades. So it should be deflator here. And index of price changes of, it is an index of price changes of goods and services. So what is the formula here? GDP equal to nominal GDP divided by real GDP into 100. It's a book back question, very simple question. GDP deflator is a book back question. NNP at market price also one book back 2 mark question. So it will, these also all the 9 concepts carrying 2 mark each. So don't bother about it. You go through entirely, it will be included in a 5 mark also. What are the concepts of national income? What are the points you are visually seeing here? The same point if you are representing, you will get damn sure 5 marks. Clear? It include, whether it may be a lucky person, sure it will be asked 2 mark also under this 9 subtopic. Clear? And thank you for watching the video.